Don't open your eyes. Please. I don't like it when people look at me. I'm sure you can understand. Normally, I don't talk to people. I don't risk being perceived. But you're different. I can feel it. So, I had to make an exception. I've been watching you for a few nights, hiding in the shadows, just out of sight, and now I've finally gathered up the courage to come up to you. It took a lot out of me, but it was worth it. Getting to see you this closely, watching the movements of your chest as you breathe, I could just reach out and touch you. Would you like that? I wonder if you've been aware of my presence these last few days. If you felt this connection between us. Have you heard my whispers? Felt my gaze, my lingering, my craving for your acknowledgement? I wonder, do you secretly yearn for my touch as I do for yours? Do I scare you? People tend to be scared of me, but you're special. You're different. You won't squirm or scream, right? You'll welcome me. You invited me into your house. Doors, they tend to be a bit tricky for me. I never know where to grab, how to proceed. Sometimes you have to take a step back and pull it. So, do I keep my distance from the beginning? And then, what if I misjudge the direction it will go? What if the door will stop too far? What if I don't push it properly? And then there's the doors you have to slide to the side, and doors look like one thing when they're actually another. Doors that seem to move differently for every person. Sometimes there's a knob to twist or a handle to push. Sometimes there's neither. And sometimes there's a bar, a button, a switch hidden away somewhere. A secret mechanism that only those in the know can trigger. Some doors are heavy, some are light. How much pressure do I use? And when does a heavy door turn out to be a locked one? Is there a difference? Technically, any door can be opened with enough force, can't it? So can I just burst through? Or would that be considered rude? And even open doors can be a struggle. I never know whether to close them behind me or leave them as they are. I'm scared they'll shut again before I can enter, that they might be tricking me. And if a door opens, do I try to open it again? If it closes, do I have to search for another door? A hole in the wall, perhaps? Do I leave? Do I wait? They are difficult to figure out. But you were kind enough to leave the window wide open so that I could squeeze through without having to worry. A safe way to enter. No knob to turn or jiggle. Nothing to push or pull. No need to be wary. You let me in. So really, you've already embraced my presence. You're aware of me. You can hear me, feel me. I know you can. Without that, it's so easy to forget myself. To forget I'm actually here. But now I am here. Right here with you. Say, have you been waiting for me? Before I found you, I felt I was constantly searching for something, like I was lacking a piece of myself. I was lost, yearning for something I'd never known. But now, I may have finally found my completion. After all this time, I just want to be whole again. Have you felt that way too? Like there was something missing from your life? A chunk of your soul, washed away by the tides, forgotten, abandoned, left behind, like you're just a shell, making your way through a never-changing, monotonous, daily routine, a black hole swallowing all light around it, or simply a cracked doll that has lost a piece of itself, too precious to throw away, too broken to fix. We're not so different, you and I. I know it. I can feel it. That hollowness lingering within you, mirroring mine. In all my years of searching, I knew I would find you eventually. I almost gave up, you know. But deep within me, I always kept that spark of hope. I tended to it like a delicate flower, shielded it from the cold, from the darkness of the world. It wasn't always easy. To be honest, it never was. To keep something alive in a world that wants to see it dead more than anything. But I preserved the thought of finding myself again, how it would feel to finally be complete. It kept me going. It kept me alive. It's been such a long time, but here you are, finally. It almost feels like our hearts are moving as one, doesn't it? I haven't had a heartbeat in so long, but now I can sense it again. It's the slow, steady motion in my chest. It makes me remember I'm not dead. I'm still alive, not yet forgotten. In my time of searching, I almost lost myself entirely. I don't even know what I look like anymore, who I once was. I've lost my face, all sense of my own identity, and I so desperately wanted to know what I look like, but I'm scared of what you might say. I fear that I'll be perceived as something different than I actually am. Is that why people are scared of me? Because they see something I'm not? Because they judge me on their interpretation of what I might be? Or maybe they see a reflection of themselves within me. Or maybe they're right. Maybe I'm so out of touch with myself that I've become something horrible, a terrifying creature that haunts the living, a horror of the night, creeping through the shadows. I'd like to think that I'm more than that, but I'll never know for sure, since I refuse to show myself. I refuse to be seen. In my endless scouring, I don't know what I dread more, the echo or the answer. And I can't help but wonder, can one exist without being perceived? Perhaps I'm just a fragment of my own imagination. I could just be talking to myself, since you haven't even acknowledged my existence. So, what does it mean to be real? How can I discern between a daydream and a memory, between hallucinations and the physical realm? to decide what we deem real or imaginary. And who is to say that I am not simply a voice you made up? The story created by a lonely mind to keep itself entertained. Either way, it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm here all the same, and I'd like to believe that the way I feel is real, the way my heart is beating for you, the connection between us. I'd like to think that it's more than just a game of make-believe, that you and I are real. But even if we weren't, does it change anything? Anything at all? Would it make us any less? Would our experiences matter any less? Our memories, our stories? Say, what would you do if anything was possible? Would you change anything? Everything, perhaps? Who would you be? I've thought about that question for a while, but I don't even know who I am. I don't know who I'd like to be, what I'd like to be. Maybe that can finally change now. When you see me, feel me, acknowledge me, maybe even give me a name, a purpose. I'd like that, but not yet. I can't let you see me yet. I'm not prepared to face myself, to reveal myself to the world, to you. Still, I do want to, and one day I will. I can't believe I made it this far. Many creatures dream of this moment for all their lives, only to perish in the process. For a long time, I feared I would be one of them, just another washed out face in a crowd of nothingness. Are you familiar with that feeling? The worry of losing yourself in mediocrity, being drowned out by sorrows, only to fade without your life having mattered. The fear of being alone for the rest of your mortal days, dying without meaning. Are you scared to be left behind? To be So I kept searching, like a trapped mouse, clawed away at the wood. Only the faintest sliver of hope to escape, to be free again. Stuck, trapped in my own self, and lost in a world that does not understand, nor does it care. Alas, things have changed now. For once it's different, like the shades of colour are slowly returning to my world of grey, and it's all thanks to you. I'm sorry, that's a lot of pressure for one person, but I know that I'm right. I know who you are, what you are. I know how you feel, that deep loneliness, so vast you could drown in it, so dark, so disorientating, so devouring, so demanding. I can help you as you can help me. Together we can be whole again. We can fight this terrible sense of dread, this never-ending self-doubt, this dragging sense of not belonging. Allow me to make it all go away. You will be my light in the darkness, and I will be the same.